So, I've been in a really weird mood today. I've been looking back a lot and semi-removed from things. Last night I was out for a walk with a really good friend, and we stopped for a few minutes and just sat down, and at one point he looked at me and said, "All is well." Then he refined and he said, "Well, all will be well." It did kind of stir something in me. And it is how J.K. Rowling finishes the Harry Potter series. All was well. In that there's a certain amount of turmoil, a certain amount of reality that in that tension, all is well. This morning, one of my friends posted to Facebook a message to himself 5 years ago when he was starting seminary. And that kind of inspired me, looking back 5 years. And I think there's a little bit of healing in looking at myself 5 years ago and where I am now. So I think I want to do that, but I want to do it in video. So what would I say to myself as a novice? Brother Christopher, whatever it is you're worrying about right now, don't. It isn't worth the stress. Everything will work out and be just fine. Trust me. You're on the downhill now. In just a few months you will be done and making vows. The people around you, don't take them for granted. Each and every one has helped form you into the person you are. Each one is a gem in their own right. That one guy you are having issues with, it will take you some time to accept it and hopefully move on. But to be completely honest, I'm talking to myself too. We still need to let things go. The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond care. Who can understand it? You are nervous about seminary life, but honestly, it is going to be a great time. Philosophy is going to be a challenge. Okay, studies are going to be a challenge. But get to know those people around you. Some of them will become some of the closest friends you will ever meet, and they are going to be your support system through some really awful times. There's going to be this one guy in your philosophy of nature class who seems really nice, but you're going to be your normal self and not let him in. Don't do that. In a year or so, he will prove to be one of your closest friends and a living example of the presence of Christ working in your life. Hide behind the camera by all means, but let yourself branch out. It will only help with your anxiety. For I know well the plans I have in mind for you, oracle of the Lord. Plans for your welfare, and not for woe, so as to give you a future of hope. When you go on residency, do what you have always done. Believe deeply, and love until it hurts. Hold firm and be a person of deep integrity. Without this, you will lose who you are, and no one should be able to take that from you. Remember, the priest is not his own, and neither is the friar. Still, there is a balance that must be learned. You are going to make mistakes. You aren't perfect, even if you choose to hide behind the mask that says everything is okay. This is a help when working with people. But remember to be real with yourself and those who are close, especially with those friends you are really tight with. God put them there for a reason. Trust your instincts. Don't let your surroundings and your situation consume you. And mostly, learn to speak your mind before you get so irritated that you are considered nothing but caustic. You are hurting, and that is something that won't go away. You will continue to hurt, and brothers aren't going to be your biggest support, but don't trade a single second of it. I am the wheat of God, and am ground by the teeth of the wild beast, that I may be found the pure bread of Christ. It is going to be an incredible journey. If you haven't guessed, you're not a friar anymore. But I don't regret it. All has led to this moment, and the memories and experiences have only made you into the person you need to be at this moment. It's a roller coaster, but God is at work. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. See you in a few years. Chris. P.S. Hang on to those 2 New York friars that inspire you. They won't only be your inspiration, but they turn out to be some really great friends and mentors.